Hello everyone, welcome to the orbit of the coding. So today I'm going to explain ASP.NET Core app setting.json file. So quickly let's go to the Visual Studio and I will give you some example to how to access app setting.json files and how to use those files. So just I have already created applications, right? So I'm going to the So here you can see that app setting those JSON files already created. And if in your case app setting those JSON file is not there in your folder, then right click on the solution explorer, go to the add new item sections, and then here you can see that app setting the JSON files are there. You just set that file and add those file in your applications, right? After that I'm going to how to in the app setting user file. Here you can see that we have a connection strings and default connections are there. Similarly you can set any value based on the key and value pair. So mainly app settings.json files are used. Suppose in our applications we were use many constant value, right? So we suppose that value should never be changed, but you need to define. So you usually put the hard coded value in the application, so we avoid the hard coded value in the any program files. We just explain, write the constant value or key value pair in the app setting your json files and use those files in your applications. So that is more relevant way to maintain the constant value. And let's go to the startup.cs page, and in this page I will show you how to access the connection strings default value in startup.cs page. Here you can see that the data is in currently in the json formats, right? And you can also type my key, right, and set the value abcd in your applications, right? Whenever you need to access that value, then you can access based on that, right? Okay, I'm getting some things in between, right? So because of comma getting the error. So now I'm going to the startup.csl file. So in sp.net core I configuration is the interface to maintain the app settings configurations value to maintain. So in ASP.NET Core, I configurations interface are inbuilt in ASP.NET Core functionality. So you don't need to define some custom configurations and then you need to access. So in .NET Core, like configurations, all the configuration management should be handled through the I configuration interface, and that is inbuilt in our .NET Core applications. I repeat that twice so that you can uh, learn or you can remember all the things. You never forget. So now I'm going to inject the I configuration service. And again, dependency injection also inbuilt function in the ASP.NET Core application. So previously, if you need to inject dependency injection, then you need to add some extra framework to inject the dependency. But now here ASP.NET Core provide inbuilt function. You don't need to do anything, add anything frameworks. You don't need to use any other third party application to inject that particular service. So if we inject dependency injection, so your code uh, are totally loosely coupled. That's why we can usually use a dependency injection in our applications. So now In the detail, I will go to the next session how dependency injection should work in ASP.NET Core applications. So now I am going to create a constructor dependency injection. Here you can see that. So if you type CTOR and click the double tab, then here you can see the uh, public constructor are created by default. Now I am going to pass the I configuration, right? So once I tap that particular things in the show potential fix, here you can see that we need to use the namespace microsoft.extension.configuration. So this namespace should handle the configurations changes. So once I create iConfiguration, then put the name iConfig, just little bit short the name, and now I'm going to create one private variables to store the config value, right? So once I just go to the software fix and create generate the fields, here there we go. I just create, and now I'm going to access the correction strings and default value in our page. Now I'm going to the startup dot configure method. In configure method is usually used to handle all the request pipelines. Here we can define the middleware. So in the one middleware I just use to access those app settings value and print that in the page. So here you can see that I'm just use config get section dot get section dot value. Now I need to just pass the keys in between the sections. Here you can see that pass the connection strings, then we need to pass the default settings. So the get sections only use when the data is defined in the some other for JSON formats. But if you need to access the simply this key, you don't need to put the get sections additionally. You just pass the my key and you can get the value. Right. So now I'm going to build that particular applications, and let's see the result. It will take few seconds to load or execute build. Here you can see that now we are able to get the default connection strings in our page. So based on the requirement, you can use that values anywhere that you can use in your applications, right? So now I'm going to access my key value. So my key value, you don't need to put the like get sections here. You just add the key inside dot config. My key you can just add, and now I'm going to launch the applications, and then we can see what the result is. It will take a few seconds again. There we go. Here you can see that ABCD, we can access that key. So thank you guys, that's it for this video. Now if you have any query, then you can put in the comment box, and don't forget to like and subscribe my channel. Thank you, have a nice day.